Hello and welcome to another episode of Schnozzcast. This is Bob. I'm here with my posse. Cory Schnozzcast, how are you, sir?
Oh, hello.
Nick Bader, how are you, sir?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
Excellent. Todd Dillon, how are you, sir?
Outstanding, sir. Outstanding.
All right, boys, let's get right into it.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That's one way to start it.
Gesundheit.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
The Schnozzcast is ready now.
You know, that's really, I mean, not for nothing, but we should take advantage of the name of the show and have everybody just a giant sneeze
Right
to start
right at
every
the beginning.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are welcome.
I might put that on the mixer as just a button to play.
I should have done it right in the microphone, but I was trying to be nice.
So
to
at every
everyone.
episode I go, Cory, how are you? Ah, achoo! All right, if you're new to the podcast, thank you for joining us. If you are returning, so good to have you back. If you want to listen to older episodes, you can go out and find us anywhere where you can get a podcast. Won't even name them. There's so many places where you can get to us. However, if you want to watch the video version of the podcast, you can find us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. You can also email us anytime you want with your questions directly to any of the hosts. You might have something specific you want to ask Nick Bader. You might have something about Nick Bader that you want to ask Cory Schnozzcast. In that case, you want to email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com, or you can call or text us anytime, day or night, including right now, at 618-SHOCKER.
On the Shocker line, ready for your questions and only questions.
You know, the thing that haunts me is probably a month ago or so when I said 618-SHOCKER, and you just, no one said anything. And after a little pause, you're like, yep. That was it. And I remember listening back to it again to edit the episode to put out on all the podcast streaming platforms. And I heard you go, yeah, but I'm like, fucking son of a bitch. He thought he was being funny, but it's still sticking in my craw. Yeah, yes. And then Todd offered a very muted Alan Almond-esque shocker at the end.
Sometimes things just come together.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Word to the mother.
So guys, it's been a little while since we've been live here together. So what's been going on? What's been happening? I feel like I'll start. Sure. Okay. We'll do. Thanks, Cory, for the kickoff. Hey, I was out in Pittsburgh for 5 days watching basketball.
Yeah, boy.
Drinking copious amounts of booze and eating lots of good food. And somehow, the bracket with all of the guys that go on the trip, I am now tied for first as of today.
Nice.
And
Congratulations.
We're
The rich get richer.
Just getting into the Elite Eight. I don't know how it happened because unlike the rest of the guys that go on the trip, I put my bracket together in the car driving down to Pittsburgh. It took me approximately 10 minutes, and then I just submitted it, and I'm like, fuck it. I've never won it before. I don't spend the year watching college basketball. So I just like, all right, we're gonna put a few upsets on the board. Otherwise we're gonna follow the number one seeds up to the Final Four, and then I'm gonna pick one of them, and then tiebreaker is pick the overall total score of the championship game. Done. And now somehow I'm tied for first.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Nice.
It's only congratulations if Tennessee wins and Purdue loses, and then UConn wins by a particular margin. But I might be at least in the top three.
Wouldn't be bad.
So
Very exciting.
yeah, I don't even know how much I would win. That's how little I've ever thought about it, and
Wow.
how far away I've ever come from even having to worry about
And the little
what you win.
as little as you need money. That's how little you need money.
No, it would be nice. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right. So what are you buying for the show if you win?
That's a great question. What do you think I should buy for the show? If let's say so, there's 13 guys.
There's only 4 of us.
There's 13 guys in the bracket.
Oh, okay.
Last place gets their money back, so they get their $20 back. So let's say you got another. What's 12 times 20?
Dude.
So we were just talking about this before the show.
Yeah.
We don't want to do any more math. Todd Dillon, can you do a quick calculation?
Yes, sir.
12 guys times
Yes, sir.
$20 a man.
Is that not like
What's
$1,200?
the pool?
That's easy. 240.
Isn't that
240?
like
2 times 12, 24.
Isn't that like 240?
I'm like,
day late and a dollar short, Nick Bader. Okay, so it's $240. Let's say they're gonna give probably they're gonna give the not even counting the guy who's gonna get his money back who scored last. But let's say they're gonna split it 70-30 between first place and second place. So I would get 70% of 240.
Okay, so
which is let's say $170.
I was actually stopped from telling a story because I even brought up the word math.
Yeah.
And Bob's like, "Oh, carry the one.
Yeah, but
Let's
now
do some fractions here live on the show." Yeah.
And we have to appear to know math, I think.
No, it's very clear we don't know math.
Maybe we haven't. Maybe it's the
I know
audience we
math.
crack into is the math crowd. We've never done any math on the show. Anyway, so let's say
don't let me into your we.
There's a reason for that.
What should I get for the podcast? For let's say, are you going to give me like $50 off the top?
I'm not going to give you
myself?
anything.
So if I win 170, you wouldn't let me keep 50?
Oh no, I mean that's your money ultimately. I was just
Well, I could say zero for the podcast, but let's assume that I had $120 to spend on something for the podcast. What should I get?
That's a good question, Bob.
It's a question that you asked, but now I'm giving you a dollar figure. $120.
We'll have to. I mean, what is something I feel like anytime we need something, we buy
it. Within reason.
Yeah.
Within reason.
Maybe like some sort of booster chair for Cory.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Well, like
We
an
really need to
expensive
have
one.
we need to have a like a counter that goes like how long into the podcast. Right now, I think it's probably less than 6 minutes before there's a short joke.
I mean, I don't make a lot of them because it's not really fun. For
No,
me.
usually it's time
Me either.
going back and forth.
Todd and Cory are very similar in stature and size. So
Except for the fact that I'm
Not
tall.
really. But
So I mean, with
And
me,
then Cory rubbing one out goes like this. So
it's like this.
Todd, what do you think I should buy the show? What should I buy for the podcast for $120?
more trinkets, man. More t-shirts with my face on them.
Oh
We
no!
don't have any T-shirts.
I'm way ahead of you, sir. And
We don't have any T-shirts for the show.
that's very true. How have we gone 271 episodes now without having T-shirts made?
Yeah, because every time I've talked about, I think
No.
I've created T-shirts for the show probably at least 10 times, and I've showed you guys, and I've specified like Cory's can be on Under Armour, like moisture wicking material and specific colors and
A
all
little
that
more
stuff.
expensive.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I've been told, I'm not going to wear a shirt with our podcast on it. That's what you told me.
Because it's like you don't go see Pearl Jam wearing a Pearl Jam shirt. You just don't. It's
A lot,
bad
of
form.
a lot of people do.
Those people are
I mean, we don't have to wear it on the show.
You can go to a Tiger game, a Detroit Tiger game, wearing a Tigers jersey. That's fine. But you don't go see a rock band wearing a T-shirt of the rock band you're going to see. It's just poor form.
Good thing we're not a rock band.
We are not a rock band.
We are a far cry.
So there's your answer.
But
All
it'd be
right,
really
get the
cool
shirts.
if we were a rock band. I'd like to think of us as a rock band.
So
Well,
yeah,
whatever-
shirts.
whatever you
Let's-
wanna think.
Let's get some shirts.
All right, so we'll do shirts. What else? Should we do like Fiverr promotions, stuff like that?
Yeah,
Ian in the chat says whiskey.
Like Schnozzcast
There we
whiskey?
go.
Our
Like we
own
should-
whiskey?
Brew our own brew. We're not gonna brew whiskey.
Distill it.
Distill our own whiskey?
That's illegal.
I feel like you've already done that.
Nope.
No, you just did your own beer.
yeah,
Your own beer.
I've not made beer, but I've made beer and I've made mead.
Brew beer is what I meant to say.
But no, I mean, dude, I'm telling you, with these fucking T-shirt sites and everything, you're probably not going to be even under $120 if you make 4 shirts. So I don't think there's going to be extra for brewing whiskey.
So $120 is going to buy me 4 shirts.
Yeah.
One for each of us to wear. Are we then supposed to wear them all together at the same time on the show?
No, we're not the Bobsey twins. We don't have to.
Okay,
wear
so
them
there are
together.
rules. We can wear them on the podcast. We just can't all wear them together.
I mean,
Unless I would say
first-
a time to do that would be like what you guys did at Ray's. When you're going to Ray's or something like that, wear the Schnozzcast swag.
No, but we were going there for a particular reason.
Dude, again, when the Riff people go out, they don't put on whatever they want. They wear Riff shirts, drive a Riff van.
Do they?
Okay, I'm done. Do they?
No,
Yeah,
I'm asking
yes.
you. I've never watched them out at the remote broadcast.
Yeah. It's all about everything is the riff or whatever radio station's there. So
Okay.
I agree with Nick. Yeah. As a matter of fact, because Callie made me a Schnozzcast shirt
Oh.
4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Why have I never seen it? Is it
You guys
not
have.
moisture wicking?
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
When the Christmas after she gave it to me, I brought it over and I showed you guys.
You brought it over and showed us, but you weren't wearing it. Have you ever
I wore
it?
Yeah, I wore it on that show.
I wore it all
Okay.
Christmas Day,
All right.
and then never again.
This should be easy to prove. I can just go back and look at the video for,
There you go.
was it 2 Christmases ago?
Probably. Maybe.
Is it the purple one?
No, it's gray.
I don't know that. I don't know. Shirts. We're gonna get shirts.
Shirts. All
Yeah,
right,
we're gonna
that's
get
fair.
shirts.
That's fair. But my brain was fairly pickled after I got back. It took a couple of days.
Yeah.
My boss, I shouldn't say through work, but my contracting boss, did the same thing that he did last summer when we went to Tawas, and we had to talk about something on the phone. We were talking on the ride down to Pittsburgh, and he's like, what are you going to be drinking while you're down there? I'm like, I don't know. We're going to buy beer and we're going to drink whatever. Like, Jimmy, Krabby's a big makers guy.
Oh, I'm sure
So-
he had a handle of.
He's going to have
Makers.
a lot of makers. I feel like it was one of the, maybe Austin trip. He showed up with, like, in his trunk, he had a case of makers.
Yeah, it was Austin, because that was the first Airbnb that you guys got.
Yeah.
And everyone was very excited that
Right.
it was our own house that you could bring whatever you wanted into, and that entire kitchen counter was
It was a bar without a bartender.
more than a bar.
But he's like, yeah, just we'll tell you what. Well, just do the same thing you did for Tawas and get yourself a really nice bottle of scotch and just expense it, and we'll all be good.
Nice.
And I'm like, done. And so I have a really nice
You get Glenfiddich?
Aberlour is what I got.
Never heard of it.
It's very good. I should have brought it, but I know you guys aren't scotch guys. But
Yeah, no, if Greg brings it over, like
I am.
out of res-
Todd, when you get here, it'll be waiting for you.
should have brought it over so Todd could have had some.
Todd,
Exactly.
do you have an approximate date? Let's say a rough date when you might make it back to Michigan.
I don't at this time. But
All right.
actually, I take that back. I will
I'll
be
be there
back
tomorrow.
in May for sure. Mary said, I'll actually give you the specific date, but I'll be back in May for sure. Mary
Okay.
has mandated it. So
All right. We'll just give her a heads up and make sure she knows that if you're there for 5 days, you got to give at least one day to the show.
you know I make the rules, Bob. I tell Mary how it goes. She didn't tell
Oh
me.
boy. Okay.
Oh, look at that! Our viewer count just dropped by 1. Todd, are those feet I hear coming up the stairs?
Those must have been dudes because any woman who's listening knows that's bullshit. I know he doesn't make the
Right.
rules. They're not dropping off for that.
I'm checking to see if the door is locked.
They're waiting for
Yeah,
the, they're waiting for the
exactly.
dick jokes, so that's when they're going to drop off.
Barricade yourself in there.
All right, so we got a shot here. Mr. Bader has poured. Todd, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Bob. I'm drinking
Take your time.
Cloud Mentality Hot Burst Hazy IPA, and it is
Hot-
spectacular.
Hot burst?
Yeah, I don't know. if I want
Cloud
any of my
Mentality
beers to
Hot
have the word.
Burst.
Oh, hot.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Hot burst is an
That's-
unfortunate name.
I was like, I don't know if I would be drinking that.
Now, the word hot doesn't generally make it into beer.
No.
Now, hot burst sounds like
Hop
something that happens
burst.
the day after drinking.
Yes,
Oh,
hot,
just-
hop
And then
burst
for my
is much
for my shot, a little chilled Crown Apple, baby.
All right.
The go-to never gets old.
Todd, I don't know if we've discussed this. I feel like we might have on one show. But
Hopefully, it's a long story.
have you tried the Crown? Is it Blackberry that they just came out with?
Wait, what? Blackberry?
Yeah.
I have not. I've had the peach.
Oh, man.
I've had the peach, the vanilla, the caramel.
So, because I was stopping to get
I've
the
not had the
Fireball for
Blackberry.
today, and there was this guy came in, and he was like, "Hey, he's like, do you guys have any bottles of the Blackberry Crown?" And the guy's like, "No." He's like, "We're totally sold out." And I'm like, well, clearly this guy, like you could tell he was like rushing around from liquor store to liquor store trying to find it. So
Yeah.
apparently it's a big thing.
Okay.
I'll have to pick some up.
If you got a shot, please join us. If you got something else in a cup, put it in a cup, pause us, go grab it, and we're back. Cheers.
Cilantro.
Remember, we are a drinking podcast.
That's the good stuff.
Smooth, boys. Smooth.
Yep.
Still needs to get a little bit colder.
Pat the kids on the head, send them off to bed. Tell your wife you'll be there in a minute, and turn on.
It's only 5:30.
Well, I mean,
When you're there in a minute, or you bring the show with you, like I'm just going to put this on the table right next to us.
yeah,
We're going to have a little
I can't go out tonight.
sexy time with the Schnozzcast.
Been diddling the wife all day, and
All day. Wow.
she's
All day diddling.
she's finally in bed. Now I can watch the Schnozzcast.
I think we got an episode title, boys.
Fingers look like I've been soaking in a bath for 3 hours.
Oh man, all pruned up.
Yeah.
This seems a really good time to go into sports.
And we see him heading in that direction. The 20. He's going for 40. And it's 90 seconds forward.
All right, Todd. Dare I remind you, these are the rules to 90-second sports.
Dare you? Tell me
It's
about it.
for the newcomers to the show.
I'm going to
Yeah, tell
bring
me
you up
about
full
the
screen.
rules.
I'm going to say go, and that's when you go.
After you count to three?
I want Cory to explain the rules to every segment that we do in a similar manner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the no bullshit.
Yeah. Here's the fucking rules to gentleman's agreement.
Todd, take all the breaths you want. Get the sweets out of the way.
All right. 3,
All right, Cory, tell me the rules again.
2, 1,
Wait.
go.
Cool. You think March Madness is on and going, and you think that for 90-second sports, I'd be talking about March Madness and how my bracket's busted, although not completely because I do have Purdue winning the whole thing. So, Bob, I'm kind of rooting against you there. But I got to talk about, it's the last day of Women's History Month. And I recently had a conversation with one of my neighbors, and there's been a lot of consternation around kind of people competing in sports based on their gender identity. But I wanted to, and a lot of people are afraid that women shouldn't compete with men. But I wanted to share something with you. One of the greatest athletes of all time, a decathlon winner. He ran the 100-meter dash back in 1976 in 10.94 seconds. That's really fast. Damn fast. But you know what? Florence Griffith Joyner, FloJo. Her world record time of 10.49 seconds still stands. That means she would have beat Bruce Jenner by about 5 yards. I also did some checking. Bruce Jenner ran the mile, the 1,500-meter race, in 4 minutes, 12 seconds, .61. The women's world record is 3:49.11. He'd have almost been lapped. Again, at the high jump, Bruce Jenner jumped 2.03 meters, about 6 feet 7 3/4 inches. The woman's world record.
Sorry, Todd.
No,
but your
sorry,
time
we're out
is
of
up.
time, buddy.
6 feet 10 and a
Sorry.
quarter
No,
inches.
nope, sorry.
That-
Women
There's
have been
math on
dominating
that
and
side.
crushing it.
A lot of numbers.
There was. Yeah.
A dizzying array.
But I just wanted to say, happy. I hope that everyone out there had a great Women's History Month. And women are kicking ass and taking
Sorry,
names
he's
when it
still
comes to
going,
sports.
guys. He doesn't understand how to follow the rules. And while that story was fantastic,
And I didn't even get to Caitlin Clark.
and quite
$5
the
million to
transition,
play in the Big Three
from normal
league?
sports.
Rules are the rules.
The rules are the rules. And
This is bullshit.
you can't keep taking inches every single week.
6 feet 3 inches of them.
You know, we're living in a society, Todd.
In a society.
There's rules, goddammit.
We have to act in a civilized manner.
Well, then let's
All right.
get to grievances so I can freaking list out my grievances.
No. Hold on. Here, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It's not my favorite thing to go right from sports into grievances because both of those are chaired by Todd Dillon, and sometimes he gets a bee in his bonnet after sports, and I don't want to give him the launch right into grievances.
Yeah.
because It's generally always going to be a sports-related grievance.
And even the sports was not very sporty. So
No, it's not.
So he could easily.
Yes, it was.
Hey, he could easily transition right into that.
Oh, wow.
So I like to put a little bit of a buffer in between sports and grievances, and for that reason,
I like the buffer as well, Bob.
all right. We're not talking about the
Thank
bedroom.
you.
We're talking about
Oh,
we're talking about the podcast.
thank you.
And I like
Anal
to see a little bit of what's going on in the world of TikTok. What's going on in the world of videos
What's
and
buffer?
not Bruce Buffer.
What's buffer in the bedroom?
It's a sex term. Let's just go right into TikToks.
Are you ready?
It is.
Are you ready?
Oh, he's dancing tonight.
We are ready. All right, if I pull it down just about here, Corey, you can keep going. And while you're setting up, they're going to get the great background music.
Of the old TT's TikTok.
Yep, curated by none other than Todd Dillon himself.
Man,
Word
look at
to
that
the
beard.
mother.
Look at that glorious beard. It's my favorite part.
Mine as well. You can tell me when you're ready to. I can shut this music off.
No, you're good. I just remembered I have to close out the Facebook
He
Live.
needs a lot of time.
Remember when I told you before the show that, like, oh, what are we doing if we're. Stop it. What are we doing if we're not putting out the best content that we could put out?
Yeah. We kind
This
of
is
went
what I was
downhill
talking
since
about.
then, yeah.
No, this is exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, the musical
Melding
farts.
the. I've never heard them referred to as musical farts until today.
Oh, that sounded like some musical farts. Like, I think it's like a best kept secret of Todd Dillon. He's like, man, if they only knew that was my squeakers.
He
that
auto-tuned
I auto-tuned.
his own flatulence.
Yep.
I did. Put my own wind into the mixer.
That's some creative stuff right there, Todd.
Put those honey buns right up
You know,
to the mic.
this seems like a really good time also to
Dude,
talk
as short
to-
as you are, I'm sure you've sniffed plenty of farts.
Ooh.
This seems like a really
Wow.
really good time to mention that next week we're going to go into a little bit more deeper dive about Todd Dillon's solo podcast coming out pretty soon.
And Ian does want to know,
baby.
you referred to something being a sex term,
Yeah.
and he said, what's buffer in the bedroom? He wants to know what that exactly is.
It's I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's right before every thrust you hear fighting in the red trunks. That's what you hear. Little Bruce Buffer.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now that could come from the
Bruce.
woman or the man. It really
I
depends.
thought it was
on who's
Michael
wearing the
Buffer.
pants.
Let's get ready to
Yeah.
ruffle. Let's get ready to rumble, guy.
Not in the UFC, sir. It's Bruce.
Or maybe he meant that they were in the buff.
While bruising?
Yes. In the buff while bruising.
I think I'm
that
even
sounds
more
like an
confused.
episode title.
We might need another shot. I'm confused.
I can get it.
Maybe another
That's fine.
shot's in order.
All right, here goes. Corey's going to take it over from here. I'll get the shots. Don't worry.
Yeah, we only did one.
All right.
Let's do it.
3.5 minutes ago, so that
Well,
should be
Todd,
good.
or I can wait.
Yeah,
Todd
just-
did
But I'm
just ask-
confused.
I only got
So
two
I think-
for you guys.
That's
I got two quick ones for you guys. So this first one,
You know what that means? They better be good.
this is an old school commercial that I
Better
came
be.
across. I don't know where it aired at, but it definitely gave me quite a chuckle. So here you guys go.
What's that?
That's a swear jar. Every time someone swears, you put a quarter in it.
Who gets the money?
I don't know. We'll use it to buy something for the office, like a case of Bud Light or something.
Fucking awesome. You, Bob.
You, Jim.
Eric, I have a bag on line 3 for you.
Can I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your f***ing pen?
Will the owner of a white station wagon please go yourself?
We're gonna go down there, and we're gonna some. We're gonna some. We're gonna do whatever we have to, because we're gonna some.
Poop.
Doesn't count. I am so proud of you suckers. Here.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always work.
Nice. I feel like the Bud Light commercials have gone downhill since the late 90s, early 2000s.
Dude, that's a great Bud Light commercial. I don't know why
I
they
never
don't.
saw that one.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I don't think I've ever
I
seen
never
it
saw that one.
actually on TV. But yeah, that they should air that. That's absolutely hilarious.
I want to work there.
I miss the real Men of Genius.
That was a good one too.
Dude, we should do, honestly, for
Bud Light
TikToks,
Beer presents Real Men of
you
Genius.
should do an all Real Men of Genius episode.
I'll have to track them down. But most of them were audio. Oh, no, they had some actual
video.
commercials. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's to you.
I'll work on that this week.
Or Todd Dillon could recreate them with video from his compound.
Exactly.
With the chickens.
I could do the voiceover.
An all chicken Real Men of
I
Genius
could do the
video clip.
And I could engineer some farts again. I mean, some electronic wind.
Electronic wind.
Here's to you,
Wow.
Mr. Toots on the podcast.
I feel like Todd is trying to. He's like, you think you got the title? Hold on a second.
Someone said you had to make up the music yourself, but you snuck in your
Digital wind,
flatulence
baby.
anyhow.
And I feel
But
like
you suck in your
I feel like he's really on the kick now of trying to actually fart and make music out of it.
Maybe.
I think you really stuck something.
Yeah,
in his head
boy, wait
that's
till you
not, just like the Naked Room. Now Todd's all about farting and making music.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I got news for you, boys.
I think we've gone.
He snuck his farts into some music
8 straight
well
episodes.
before tonight's episode.
eight straight episodes with a mention of the Naked Room.
Has it been 8?
I think so.
You're welcome, John. I just talked to him last night. All right, last one I got for you guys. This is just self-explanatory.
I don't even need to see it. This already looks like it's going to be great.
There you go.
That's fantastic.
That's TikToks for the week.
I got a solid D.
I like the German Park Festival music in the background.
Because he didn't win.
Yeah.
Todd, you know you don't have to give a grade.
The polka music.
You don't have to give a grade because you have your own segment coming up right after this one.
I don't have to give a grade.
No, you've got your own segment coming up in which you could make this the central part of your grievances.
See,
It feels like I'm a teacher. I got to give a grade on everything.
But you're not, though.
But
this is a podcast.
And no one's asked you to do that.
Yeah, that was a self-imposed bar that you put up for yourself.
Todd, all the production meetings we've had, I don't think it's ever been mentioned. They're like, Todd, dude, you know what would really, really hit?
Yeah.
If you graded every segment we fucking did.
And guess what? This podcast does not need another teacher, just so you're aware.
Yeah, Nick can go on for stuff long enough.
No.
Yeah. Who's the
sorry, you
teacher
were referring to
you're
yourself?
Yeah.
Your significant other.
She's not on the podcast.
Well, I mean, she's associated.
I mean, there's a lot of associated.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on
she
after
keeps
the
sending-
show.
she
Any more
keeps sending-
bakers as well.
We don't need any more. We don't have any bakers.
Katie's
Speaking of
associated
that-
with the podcast.
No. You're not sleeping with Katie.
I'm not, but someone
Speaking
is.
of that,
His name's Greg.
He's just nervous about the Lori comment.
speaking of
Oh
that,
man, yes, sir.
this teacher lady keeps sending me freaking ideas for my segments at like 7 a.m. on the weekend.
When
okay.
teachers-
I was
My
gonna-
teacher
Tell her there's a
lady?
difference between what time. Yeah, your teacher lady.
At 7 a.m?
Is she trying to teach you?
Tell her there's a 3-hour time difference. Save that shit for when people are up.
Uh-huh.
You know you can silence a text thread, right?
Well, you're going to have to do the hey, listen, you're going to have to do the time math because she does not keep her phone available while she's teaching.
Or sleeping.
And
She doesn't really sleep.
I also feel like, Todd, there's no way a text message made you fly out of bed at 4 a.m. You just happen to see it the next day, and you're like, God damn it, why are you texting
Clearly,
me
you
so
don't know
early?"
me. No,
Is
no.
it mom?
Clearly,
Is
you
it
don't
her
know me,
heart?
Corey.
Todd, I will text you 7 times a day, and I never hear back from you. So I know your phone, a text message, is not making you fly out of your bed.
Yeah,
You have to be above 5'3". It's kind of like riding a ride at Cedar Point. You got to be tall enough to get to my text.
We also
my
sent
text barrier.
We also sent a reminder about the early episode in the group thread 3.5 hours before, and you were still late.
Oh damn.
Oh damn.
So yeah, you don't look at. I think we know.
Hold on a second, though.
Whose
Hold on a
text he
second.
silences.
Let's Actually, never mind. I think you know, Bob.
You want me to just go right into grievances? All
Coming up
right,
next.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, boy.
God damn
Let's
it.
do it.
The Festivus begins
with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people.
Use kids in your complicated
shoes. As I raised loads upon him, I realized there had to be another way.
Use kids in your complicated shoes.
It was destroyed.
Yeah. I think over at this table, it just occurred to both of us that we could DJ
Play
this
stuff
shit.
over.
Yeah.
I have disappointed you over the past year.
we have a $700 mixer and we're for 4 years and we're just now figuring out how to use it.
Look,
I think the only reason Bob figured it out was because I just did it. He's like, huh.
No, I fucking did it right before you did.
You hit it by accident.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
This is on camera.
You went shit, and you hit the next one.
I went shit, and then I hit the right one, and then I played that one again.
Okay.
Well, and so since we're already on some
It's on
grievances
video.
of our own,
Yeah.
It's not our segment.
I know, but we're gonna steal it from Todd real quick.
Word.
Yeah. We do need some artwork for grievances.
Yeah, hold on a minute. This is not fully Todd's segment. Let's be clear.
That's true.
Todd's been the main engineer of the segment. He's had the most to bitch about, and he's been very, very consistent nearly every week with coming up with grievances. Now, some of them may be airplane related, some of them are chicken related, some are helicopter related. However,
most of them are airplane
very,
related.
very consistent. But that doesn't mean that
There's a lot of air travel related.
The rest of us can't have grievances.
But you understand
that is true.
Since he's been on sabbatical, there hasn't been a lot of airplane trips.
Maybe he's had some great
That's
flights with very little trouble.
It's been all fine.
Well, actually, I haven't had any grievances. Remember, I was on sabbatical when I met the dude who was helicopter shopping with me.
First world problems.
tough issues.
Yep.
I still like the grocery store story where he clearly was at a elderly senior living facility pharmacy.
I've changed it up though. Dude, here's the funny thing. You bring that up. I was at the grocery store the other day, and the guy,
90-year-old in front of me.
the grocery store guy. No, the grocery store guy. He's like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm terrific. He goes, and then I'm thinking it's going to end there. And he's like, I'm terrific too. If I'm not working, all I've been doing is reading, video gaming, and seeing my girlfriend. Everything I'm doing is turning out perfect. I'm like, dude, you and I are on the same wave. I'm like, I turn it around. It used to bug me when people tell me all their personal shit. Now I'm jumping back in. I'm jumping in with 2 feet. I'm like, word. I'm reading, not video gaming.
Now we have to change the fucking segment to Todd's Happy Times or some shit.
Yeah, we could make another segment.
I'm just saying that the grocery store beefs are going away because I'm tuning into that shit now. No more grocery store beefs.
All right, Todd. Well, here you
All
go.
right,
Take it away with grievances.
Oh, that was not it?
No, here's my grievance.
Not it. Here we go.
Motherfuckers calling me out for being late when I'm always on time. I'm late one time, and then people bring up, "Oh, you were late today. We didn't get started, and we started early without even a especially being that." Like, hold on a second. Let me get to my list of
time out while you're looking at your list. Time out here.
I'm not even going to go back and remember.
Time out. Hold on.
All right.
Let's be clear. We need to be starting on time.
Yep.
If you are late,
yes,
then you're late.
Yep.
Yes.
It doesn't matter that you've never been late before. It doesn't matter if you're always late. You need to fucking be on time. I think that's generally accepted as being good practice, and no matter what you're doing.
Also,
I think that's true.
You've been
okay. So then my grievance is with Nick's tone. I didn't like Nick's tone. I don't like it. I'm never going to like it. And that's my new grievance.
There's been some millings around the office.
That's legitimate.
There's been some millings around the office. People have coined the phrase "No Show Jones" for you on podcast meetings. Sometimes names will not be said. But,
what?
Sorry, guys. It's my bad. I completely forgot. You and Cory are the king of sometimes forgetting.
Hold on. Okay, we're not attacking. We're not defending.
It feels like this grievance segment
no,
turned into freaking.
No. That's time out. So
There's no timeouts and grievances.
If you're late, here's a good best practice. If you're late, just fucking own that you were late, and we'll move on. That's it. You don't. There doesn't need to be any deflection of like, well, this guy is always late, or I've never been late. Like, no one gives a shit. Just be on.
That's why I changed my beef, my grievance.
Yeah,
I changed it to I didn't like Nick's tone.
Right,
I was
got
late
it.
today.
Yeah,
I'll admit it.
I
was
can't
late.
defend his tone.
I was
I'm
late.
just saying.
Bob, I was late. Corey, I was late.
Just
Nick,
to be clear,
I was late.
Just to be clear,
Didn't like your tone.
Just to be clear, no one else in the room was upset. No one else on the show was upset. But I certainly was attacking you. Just let's make that clear.
You were
100. I own that I was attacking you, and I will attack you again.
Listen, I love that you look. Just own it. Own what you did.
Keep those mitts up, Todd.
I was late. I didn't like his tone. Now
Bob
here's my
seems
other
perfect.
grievance.
Bob seems a little passive aggressive.
Here's my other grievance, and I want to be crystal clear because we are not a political podcast in any way, shape, or form, and this is not a political statement in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not insulting anybody. I want to be very, very clear. But my grievance is this: motherfuckers in politics, no matter what party you're in, should not be hawking Bibles. Fucking turns my stomach.
Here we go.
The most lioness.
Enough of that.
There we go.
Nope, shutting that grievance down. So
stay off the Bible. They're
of
free.
which-
You can get them for free. Go to any
of-
church, see a priest, pastor, rabbi, sensei.
You know
go to any
what?
church, you get a Bible for free.
You know what?
$60 for a damn Bible.
Speaking of Bibles, Jason Schwartzman says hello, everyone, and happy Saturday.
Hey, Jason, happy Saturday.
Maybe
Hey,
when,
Jason.
And
maybe that's when we were taking the train across that bridge that has no railway. Maybe that's when we forgot about it.
That sounds like a great country song that I haven't listened to.
and Lori's also in the room and says hello.
Hey, Jason.
Lady
and
Frank
Lauren.
Clark, hello.
She just missed the teacher talk.
Well,
When-
missed it?
Well,
Did she?
When Bob
Did
said
she
he was,
miss it?
when
late.
Bob said he was too hot for
She
teacher.
was late. Nick, give her that tone. Put that tone on her, Nick.
She
I
has no.
forgot
She has
my
no
pencil.
obligation. She has no obligation.
No,
was,
she does not.
She was painting.
Doing something productive,
Yep.
100%. As
Painting.
opposed to what we're doing here.
Painting her nails?
Some might view as
No.
being
She
missed-
masturbatory.
Lord,
She missed my shout out to Women's History Month, the last day. Way to go.
Better late than never, I
was-
guess. Todd.
And your shout out to Women's History Month was in your sports segment, correct?
Yeah, and she wasn't here for it.
It's the one segment that women are guaranteed to
I
listen
should do it
to
over again. Hey,
week after week.
there we
there
go.
was-
Hey, let's rewind
There was-
and do that.
There
90
was so
seconds
much
again.
editorializing
Laura
that
wasn't
he didn't
here.
even get into anything about sports. I love
I
for
did.
hold on, but for Women's History Month, you talked about Bruce Jenner.
and how women have shattered
No,
the
no,
times and records.
no.
Don't do that.
We
Hold
can't
on,
keep
hold
going.
on, Hold on.
This is an extenuation of his sports, is what it is.
You're the last one to want to extend sports beyond
That's
90
what I'm.
seconds.
That's why the muting.
Well, okay, but now we're all right.
I'm being edited a lot tonight. I feel.
I feel
Me
like
too.
there-
Being repressed.
There's a lot of I don't know what it
Energy.
is. A lot of fucking crackling,
Repression.
not always good energy
Energy.
tonight.
Oh, I like the energy.
All right then.
I like it.
I don't like your energy.
I just didn't like the tone.
See,
Exactly.
I stand-
Bob's got shit
I
energy.
stand on what I said. 100%.
Well, to make the energy Bob friendly, we have a shot here. Todd,
All right.
pour yourself some Crown Apple, buddy.
All right, get to it.
TD. Where's Mr. Marin Ted? Is he in the room?
No, I haven't seen him.
That's
in
a
couple
shame.
episodes. Yeah,
That's
Nope.
a shame. I've never really called out a fan for not showing up to watch the podcast, but I'm going to make an exception tonight.
Andy for
Shots ready.
Andy for personal reasons has taken a couple month hiatus.
Sabbatical?
Couple month hiatus.
Professors do that.
From drinking, and
to
he's-
travel to like Tibet.
He said he's never felt better. He's doing it for himself, and I applaud him for that.
no, that's awesome. So why
I
is he
applaud
not
him as well. I
listening
took
to
off
the podcast?
February. It was the longest February in 4 years.
Because
I took it off.
because he said certain things like calling on Friday nights or like coming to the show are kind of triggers, and he's
All right.
like, you know what, I'm just gonna
Wait, hold on. Our show is a trigger for him drinking?
He did not say that. I'm assuming.
Yeah, do a
No,
shot.
I
Shot another
I
shot.
was kind of hoping he would say that because
No. He didn't say that.
I don't see how he could ever think that. But cheers, boys.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, cheers, everybody.
Salute.
Booze,
Wait.
booze.
Wait a second. I think I get it now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mixcloud mentality, baby.
All right, Todd Dillon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You magnificent bastard. Do you have any more grievances to share?
I think we're good.
Other than Nick's tone?
Perfect. Then we need to go back into the...
And Cory's lack of height?
Here we go. Nick's existential question of the week.
Man, after all those jabs, and the double segmente of the Todd Dillon that we know and love, you would think that I could have one thing that would be my own, and then you got Todd singing my song in the background, and here he comes full circle
that was
again.
Bob.
No, that was you.
Bob.
No, it was
Nick's existential
question. That was me.
I'm talking about on the recording.
The actual
Song. The song.
Well,
You'd think,
hold on. You'd have no
Gotcha.
theme song without Todd.
No, that's not true.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
Did you do a theme song that I rejected in favor of Todd's?
No, I love Todd's.
So that's the only one that was done.
Listen, do you want me to direct the tone to you?
Bob's
'Cause I'll
got
do
bad
it.
energy tonight, doesn't
I
he?
can take it.
I'll do it. So for this installment of Nick's existential question,
What a salty episode this has been.
I'm happy. I like it.
I'm
like
more
it.
than okay.
Salty
Apparently-
buffers.
Cory and
in
I
the
are good.
bedroom.
This is a new paradigm, Todd. that
Cory and I are good.
We've entered into the
All right.
salty days.
So what I want to know for this installment of Nick's existential question,
Who do you hate the most on the podcast?
excuse me,
Ooh, that's easy.
I want to know what. I feel like that's me.
So do I.
I feel, what cover song do you prefer over the original? What cover song do you absolutely prefer over the
that's
original?
Great question.
And I know we have a lot of music files here on the show, and this would be right up. I mean, you would think I would lean into the music. Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No, I have a thought coming after you're done.
So, like the fact that Bob is so much a music file, like I would lean into that, But I'm looking directly at Cory, and only because I feel like Cory's a big remake cover song kind of guy, huge. Like he's like, hey, you know what would be better than the original that was wildly fucking popular? If someone screamed it into the microphone with a different band. And I mean that's Cory's MO.
Yeah, that was my, because I'm like, Bob's more of the classic, like he likes the song the way it came out,
Yep.
and that's everlasting. With the vinyl and everything.
He wants something tangible.
Yeah, which I'm sure there's cover songs that he does like, but I think as far as a cover song, I definitely take him in that category, it's funny you actually asked that question, because I think just Thursday I actually found someone that made a playlist on Amazon Music that's all cover songs, and it's absolutely amazing.
So I will say this. If you were to go somewhere and they don't want to pay the rights to actual music and they're playing like bullshit cover songs, I can't get on board with stuff like that. Stuff that sounds wildly similar to the original. Like if it's like the Garth Brooks tribute band singing his exact songs, I don't want to hear that. If you're at a bar, that's super cool. If you're at a bar and someone wants to be a tribute band, that's cool. On like a radio or a Muzak system or something like that, I think that's I certainly don't appreciate that. But the stuff you like, it's kind of hit or miss with me, but it's certainly unique and interesting. Like you will find things that are like a completely different take musically and vocally on an old song, which is it almost on some of them will breathe new life into it. I'm not saying that I would listen to it over the original, but it's certainly cool to hear a different rendition.
Right, and I
Can I, before you comment, real quick, anyone who's on the YouTube chat right now or listening to this podcast, please let us know your vote for the best cover song.
I already got one from Lori.
Excellent.
Tenacious D, Baby One More Time.
Wow, I have not heard that.
That was very quick.
Yeah,
that's actually a really good entry. But if you have your own, send them. Text something to 618 Shocker. Just text us there and let us know.
Shocker.
Even if it's after the show, we'll come back to it and we'll announce it on a future episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Cory.
No. So, once we conclude tonight, there's a bunch of songs that we're gonna have to play upstairs.
Oh, 100%.
But my pick for that would be "Rise Against" Any Way You Want It.
The Journey song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will confess to have never heard Rise Against's version of that song.
No.
Rise
Me neither.
Against.
But I feel like tonight we're going to.
Oh, definitely. Rise Against it great band. Rock, definitely not like hardcore metal. But the lead singer's voice, it's very edgy. And it's got a totally different sound to it. And again too, like I think when other reputable bands will cover a song like that, they're doing it out of respect. They're not doing it like, oh no, our version's going to be better. Right. They love that song so much. It might have inspired them so much that they want to give and pay their tribute to it. And
covering Steve Perry is not easy.
But Weird Al Yankovic.
Fair enough, Todd.
Honestly, that's a parody. That's a parody of the song. It's not a cover of the song.
No, but I think a lot of bands that he did, people respected. People respected him for it.
That's why he, rose to the level of fame that he did.
Yeah. So Rise Against, though, Any Way You Want It. That's my pick.
Okay. Remind us when we go upstairs after the show. A lot of people don't understand this. So this is not something. So we record in my basement in the Schnozzcast studios. After the show, I mean, we are all best friends. This is our time to hang out and really kind of decompress. And we continue the drinking, we continue the hanging out, but we really get into music. And when we go upstairs, and we all have playlists and things that we can
talk a little bit about the app that you just that we've started using in the last couple of
so not necessarily
weeks.
Something new the app per se,
right?
So we all use Spotify, and do you guys pay for Spotify? Because I pay for Spotify.
I think I do.
You would have.
It's like $10 a month.
I think you have to.
I think I'm actually on Callie's
Spotify because I think you have to because.
Could I also be on Callie's?
I don't see why not.
All right, let's talk later.
I forget it was a couple months ago, or no, it was probably like a couple weeks ago. Actually, I was hanging out with some people and I was trying to explain to them what I'm about to explain to you, and it wouldn't work. They could not manipulate the playlist.
Well, neither could we. Let's be fair.
No.
Did you say manipulate?
No. But they could
I'm like,
manipulate.
did the internet just burp?
No.
No, you heard him correctly. He said manipulate.
No, you couldn't manipulate. They couldn't manipulate the playlist because they did not pay. So they could see it, and I think they could add things and you could. Okay, so let me explain it to you. So Spotify has a new feature now to where you can go into a party chain mode. Party chain allows it. This is something we've been talking about for the longest time. Instead of all your friends saying, hey, Bob, you're in control of the Bluetooth said speaker. Add this song. Please put this song on.
Yep.
You can party chain it. You can send a link, I believe, to anyone with a paid Spotify subscription, and they can add songs, and you can see everybody that's invited to this party chain at the top. It'll give their little profile picture, like a Facebook picture or whatever it is, and you can, in real time, manipulate the list. You can use your thumb to move songs up and down. And as the creator of the list, you can delete songs. I don't know why you would. If you're inviting, people.
I know why.
If you're inviting people that are close to you to play something. I mean, I guess if we were putting on a huge event and we wanted to party chain it, and there was something obnoxious, But when it's
something
just
that Cory or I played.
No. I've never. I want you guys to be a part of it. But it's a really cool feature. I believe. If you're interested in this and you have some friends and you want to all contribute to one playlist while you're sitting there.
And you have a friend.
If you just have one friend, it'll work. And you can go individually on your phone. You don't have to pass the phone around the room. You can do the little hamburger off to the side, the little 3-tier next to any song, and you can say, like start a party chain, and it'll give you a link or a QR code. You can start that, and it'll create a special live playlist that you guys can all manage together and play songs. That's super cool. We do that all the time, so remind me about that song you just told me about when we get upstairs later on. That's the only reason I was coming full circle on that.
Cool.
So,
thank you for that. Yeah, the people should know that because
it's a
didn't
huge
know that
thing
until you showed it to me.
Now, hang on though, because we
the
did
trick, not your dick. Keep going.
What?
Wait, what?
Well, I said showed it to me, and I'm like, let me just preempt the dick jokes that are going to come here.
You thought there was enough people out there that were like,
I did. Like your dick? Yeah,
I didn't even.
I
catch
totally
that.
did.
I didn't either.
I totally did.
I never would have even.
I will
thought that
show
until-
you. I'd be happy to show you.
Fantastic, Cory. You're done. Nick, keep going.
I'm done. No, so hey, I do because we had a couple issues when you first found that feature on there.
Yeah.
Because there is the one you can do the playlist or stuff where people can add things to your playlist, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's that like that jukebox kind of style where you can see every song that's playing and manipulate it. So you're saying you think you have to pay for Spotify to?
So what I found was that the people that did not pay for Spotify could add songs,
Okay.
but they couldn't manipulate the songs.
Interesting.
They couldn't move them up and down. They couldn't add up next. They couldn't do any of that.
But it was working in the same fashion of
Slightly, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So that's something to look into. The party chain mode, and also something that I've been banging the bushes about that it's kind of mixed reviews here. Is
hold on. What? Banging the what?
Banging the bushes.
Yeah.
Banging the bushes.
Mixed reviews
That
around
seems like
here.
a good episode title.
Is Spotify's AI feature. It's a little blue icon with a little green circle. If you click on that, that's super cool. Check that out too. We're not endorsed by Spotify. But
we should be now.
We got sidetracked.
I feel like we should be. Yeah.
Who else? Todd, you got one?
Bush banging on Spotify.
Okay, that's fantastic.
I do have one. And it is uniquely Michigan. It's one of the things I love about being the Seattle representative of the Schnozzcast is I am a native or semi-native Michigander. And my favorite cover song is probably a band none of you have ever heard of, but the band is still successful and was based in Michigan, but it looks like they're based in Ohio now. But my favorite cover is Cold Gin by the Twisted Tarantulas. I actually got to see them live several times because my neighbor was their lead guitarist, who was also a backup guitarist for the Stray Cats. But Pistol Pete Midgard does a version of Cold Gin by Kiss, and he plays the upright bass, and he actually picks it up and plays it like a non-upright bass. And I've seen it about 8 times in my life, and every time I am in heaven. And I don't get me wrong, love Kiss's rendition of Cold Gin, but if you have not seen the Twisted Tarantulas, do it. Amazing. And when he picks up that upright bass, because it's a rockabilly band, but they do Cold Gin. That's my go-to cover song of all time.
Nice. All right, Bob, what you got?
Mine is easy. All on the Watchtower.
By?
Original song by Bob Dylan, covered to great effect by Jimi Hendrix. Also covered by U2, but I would go with Jimi Hendrix as being the far more popular, far greater version of that song.
Also, Badassly covered by Dave Matthews. Really?
Yeah.
Can't speak to that.
Really?
I'll say Hendrix and
Really
U2.
cool.
I will not say Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews. It was a powerful version of that song.
You can come up with your own best cover song. You don't need to comment on mine, but that's fine.
Okay. I thought this was a show where we talked.
Well, it's not.
Right.
It's not.
No, it's a show of grievances. You don't like your tone.
Okay, so you're right. It is a salty show.
It is a salty show. I'm telling you.
I just think that's you, man. I think you're feeling that way.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, he asked me who my favorite cover song is, and he has to comment on my answer. I'm like, I don't know why. You didn't comment on
put
Corey's
more sauce
answer
on the
or
dog.
Todd's answer. Why the fuck you commenting on my answer?
I commented on Corey's answer for about 10 minutes, actually.
in a positive way, like, a great job, Corey. Oh, I totally agree with that. You know what? I can't wait to hear it upstairs. Hey, Todd, great answer. Bob, fuck you. Dave Matthews did it better.
No, I didn't.
That's all I'm saying.
You just said Dave Matthews also did it.
He did not.
Yeah,
in fact, I quoted 2 bands that covered him. I didn't need to quote 2. I only need to quote 1. I quoted 2. And you're like, no, fuck those 2 other bands. I've got a third guy way better than the 2 people that you said.
I didn't say it was better.
Well, you didn't need to mention it then.
Okay.
That was kind of my answer.
All right.
That's fair.
All right. So for the rest of the show, don't mention things to Bob.
Salty episode.
I think
all
you're
around,
right.
by the way, not just by me. Salty.
I think you're
salty episode.
It's Nick's tone.
Fuck you, Todd.
It is Dave. It is his tone. I feel like that was also one of your grievances.
All right. Wow.
Anyway, Nick, what's yours?
I go. You know who else did a cool one? Was Dave Matthews. He's like, nope, fuck you.
Fuck you. He did not.
All right. So, wow. So, yeah, I'm going to bring it somewhere that your mind typically doesn't go in unless it's this time of year, which it would be a Christmas song. And my thought process is would be Walking in a Winter Wonderland, which is not a song that I normally like by any artist, but the Eurythmics did an awesome cover of that song, Winter Wonderland, and it's not something that you typically think about outside of Christmas, but it's just so unique that they completely transformed it. So that's the first thing that came to mind for me, Walking in a Winter Wonderland by the Eurythmics.
Outstanding, man.
You know who did that better?
No, I'm absolutely serious.
You know who did Winter Wonderland better? CNC Music Factory did it much better.
No, notice I
see
did
how
not
my
say
tone
that.
didn't
I didn't
offend
offer
anybody?
Another band that did it better. I didn't offer.
That was pure spite. Then why he gave that answer.
Well, no one said anything, and I'm like, no, that's legitimately a great answer.
Well, to be fair.
Hit the button.
Wow, it's
to be fair.
Salty Bob sucks.
To be fair, you're right, Todd. I agree with that. I heard it underneath the music. But to be fair, yeah, the Eurythmics are awesome.
To be fair, yep.
My answer is awesome.
Yep.
No, to be fair, he was saying something positive, and much like I was.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. That is a great answer. You are absolutely right. I would listen to that cover
over the ones I've heard in the past, right?
Over Dave Matthews, yeah, 100%.
I feel like Bob's just not a fan of Dave Matthews.
Bob's like, Jesus Christ! He throws the table over. Why did you have to bring up Dave again?
To be fair.
To be fair.
There we go.
To be fair, Dave Matthews.
Does he owe you money?
Dave
Does
Matthews,
he owe you money?
He's got enough original hits.
Oh yeah,
that I have a lot of respect for him. I'm really not a fan of any of his covers, but I have not really listened to all of them. I've only probably heard a couple. That being said, Walking in a Winter Wonderland, great answer.
Yeah,
I can 100% get behind that. Forget about Dave Matthews.
Annie Lennox?
Not even, yes, Eurythmics, right? It wasn't just Annie Lennox. It was Dave Stewart as well. All of the Eurythmics, both of them. We'll just say both. There's only 2. Forget about Dave Matthews. Eurythmics.
What about the Thompson twins? Weren't they in the Eurythmics?
Fuck those Thompson twins.
I actually had a different answer, but I wanted to reel them in with the Eurythmics, so
that's fair.
I think you got him.
Hook.
All right. That seems like a great place to end it. You son of a bitch.
I'm back to being salty.
Oh, sorry. What?
We have gentleman's agreement to go through.
Not in this episode. We already talked about this. prior to the episode.
All right. Well,
Salty Bob.
Here we go. Thank you, everybody, for
Hit the
joining.
button.
Catch us next time on behalf of Cory and Nick and Todd. This is Bob. We'll see you next time. Peace out.